I am here today to do the fourth project for the January kit for Aunty Vera Scrap Craft, and today I am just looking at the leftover papers in my box. This is the only cardstock I have left, a full one, and these are the only papers I have left. I'm also looking at my cut-aparts. These are the only cut-aparts I have left. And out of my sticker sheet, this is all I have left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an insert for my traveler's notebook, and actually I had a good think about it, and I think what I really want to do is every month I want to make a traveler's insert with the papers that come in my kit, so that at the end of the year I have 12 inserts, all with different color paper, which I think would be such an excellent reminder for a great year. So let's get started. We'll start with just some very basic, some very normal white copy paper. You want to bring this along here. And what I'm going to do, so you move your paper to this direction so that your paper will always be 8 and 8¼ this way. And so you want your dimensions to be 8 1/4 by 8 1/2 this way. So basically I'm just going to come along here and go 4 1/4, 4 1/4 score. Then you score along here, and you cut off this excess. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So I've only got 5 there, because what I also want to do is I want to put 5 inserts that I'll use as weekly, like a week at a glance kind of inserts. And what I also want to do is I want to make a tab. So once you've scored it here, and instead of cutting, I want you to once more score here at another 4 1/4. Alrighty, so score one more time here. And I want you to bend this forward so that you have this kind of formation, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do 5 of those. So I'll have 5 of those and 5 of those. So after I've got my 5 and 5, so that's my 10 pages inserts here, I'm going to go ahead and do my cover. So out of this 12 by 12, alright, so you're going to come across here and you're going to go to 8 1/4. Done. And you want 8 1/2 this way. And you're also going to want to come at 4 1/4. And you're going to want to score it down the middle this way. And then burnish it really well. This is what we have at the moment. So you'll notice with, I mean, if you're somebody who makes booklets, you'll know this, but for those who don't know, as your pages get fatter here, they tend to push out of the size of this. So basically what you do want to do is grab a ruler and an X-Acto knife and slowly slice away at this extra paper. But because I have this function, you don't want to do that. So at the moment what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off on doing that, and I'm just going to go ahead with starting the decoration of this booklet. So as usual, here I am just playing around with these cut-aparts and trying to find something that resonates with me. This is something that still takes a lot of time for me, and I never know what I want to start off with. That's what kills me. With everything in my life, I know what I want, and what the end product will be, except in art. So this used to terrify me for a long time. And yeah, so I knew there that I wanted to get a background there just to have that green with the border, so it looked a lot better. So here I am just getting the dimensions and popping that behind, just to give that layered look and to give that green border. That looks really good. I always have to flip the other side to see if maybe there's a nice surprise there, but I did end up with the white border. The backside was really busy. So Happy New Year, best year ever. I think I like it that way. And so once I click it into place, it's like a puzzle. Once I click it into place, it looks good and I know that's what I want. And I shift it off to an angle just a little bit because, I don't know, I like wonky maybe. So best year ever, Happy New Year, I love that. And then I grabbed some of the stickers here, that little blow horn thing that my kids love. That looks good just to cover up the edges. And then there's a word here that I use that I actually pull out a little later on, because I find that it looks better on another page, and I'll show you a little bit later on. So that's the resolution sticker. And then yeah, just using all these stickers appropriately to make it look really nice, and I really love how that turned out. That was good. So then you see all these cut aparts that are everywhere on my desk, and I thought, well, I should store them somewhere. So in the inside cover, I'm going to make a little like pocket, and I will store all my cut aparts in there, and anything that I might need for decorating my notebook. So I'm just you know, scoring edges, mitering, adding double-sided tape, and I actually also added the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive for a forever bond. That thing is quick and it never comes undone. And just burnishing really well there, and just wiping away all the wet glue, and look at that, just looks great. Pack it in, all good. Right, so the front cover there, the front of that pocket looks really really empty, so I'm looking through for a landscape, but I don't find one with a quote, so I just use this plain one on its side, and that looks good. And it looks like streamers hanging down off the wall. And I'm just grabbing stickers here. I do want to use this sticker sheet up, so I'm grabbing stickers, anything to do with party. I am slapping it on here, and no shame in that. So here we go. So the notebook is done. Okay, so here I look at the page and I worry a little bit, and I think, what's happening here? So I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll start. The first page is usually the start, and I'm thinking up of a theme, and I saw the Happy New Year sticker there, and I thought, well, I'll look for a card that looks like a countdown. So there's that numbered 10 down to 1, and then it looks really good. It looks like it's counting down to a new year, and so you open up your January notebook and it's counted down the new year. It's brought in the new year for you, and then there's those confetti stickers that look really good, and that page just gets done like that. Alright, so the next page, I thought I had a cut apart that I fussy cut into this bubble, and cheers to the new year. And I thought, well, this would be a good place. So after you've opened up the booklet, and so here's the sticker now. I thought I'll do my resolution, so I popped it off the front there, and I thought it would be so much better here in a resolutions page. So I will get to that page and do my resolutions there. Here I'm bringing all my monthly stamp or my planner stickers. I have just a few. They're all kind of different in their own way and do different things for me, so I don't feel like I'm doubling up on stamps. And here I want to make a calendar, like a January calendar. So I'm just testing out my stamps here to see which one looks good. I actually put a piece of acetate down because sometimes my stamps are dirty and they dirty a clean page. So just looking at placement there, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp it off camera so it's not too boring. Okay, so that's looking really good now, and I think I want to bring in the blue. Yep, just to cordon off some of the words there that say month and year. I've already done that. So I just put the blue to color coordinate, and then I've got a bit of blue washi at the top there to tie in the color scheme for the double page. So I always go back just to go, okay, so first is for this page, and then second is this page. Okay, here's this page. Well, what do I want to do with this page? So I decided here that I wanted to make a page where I can write down birthdays for all my friends, so that in the beginning of the at the beginning of the month I know what birthdays are coming up and I can plan for them. So I've never done that before. I always go, oh my god, someone's birthday's tomorrow, I have to go shopping. Or, oh my goodness, I have to message so-and-so, it was her birthday yesterday. No more. This is going to be the year of organization and the year of planning. So, and then at the bottom there, I found a stamp. It smudged and I hated it, so I covered it over with washi. And I grabbed another, it's the black background stamps with the clear writing. I don't do very well with them. I'm not a very good inky person, I'm not sure. So I just put a clean word that said noted, and I'm going to use this section as my like big things that are coming up in January. I have to write them down. Coming over to this page now, I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so I'm using Express It thin washi tape, and this is the first time I've ever used it. I use Express It double-sided tape, and that stuff is wonderful. But the Express It thin skinny, I think it needs a little bit more work. It's super thin, and so it keeps tearing off in my hand, and I'm not really aggressive with it. So I use this page here to do a big Saturday and a big Sunday, and bringing in the new year. So that looks really good there. Okay, so I'm gonna so I've started January here, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to measure the page into equal thirds, so I can do 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the left, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday in the last 2 in 1 box. And that's how I have it in my current planner, which is the Heidi Swap planner, and that's just a format that's just I'm used to. That's why I'm just repeating it here. I hope to try vertical layouts. That stuff looks really scary, but I do hope to try it because I might like it. It might work for me. But at the moment, I'm just going with what I'm familiar with, and I'm repeating that format from the Heidi Swap planner that I had for 2016. So here I am pulling out some daily stamps and stamping the days of the week. And I need to learn to be more in camera. So here I am, I'm decorating that flap, and I will talk a little bit more about it later on in the video, but I find yep, so I'm just washi tape coming off, so that washi tape is not good. It's paper and not non-adhesive. So that's what that looks like there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just quickly go through this part, just edit it out, because you know what I'm doing basically. I'm just putting, I've got 5 weeks in January that I need to make layouts for, so I just choose skinny washi tape and wide washi tape to coordinate. So there's a purple there, pink there, green there. Going through, I'm happy with that. Then the next thing I need to do is stamp all the days. I'm just showing you the last little bit here. And then I'm writing in the numbers because I'm not stamping them because I would just hate myself. Alright, so the month ends on a Tuesday, and I do want to start February in February, so I cover up that last one with a card that I had, and I'm starting off a new section here, which I'm going, I thought of it as I was doing it. It's going to be like an index, sort of like this is what we did or 10 things that we did in January. Yeah, like an index. So I tried to measure it like to be exact, but I thought, oh my gosh, who cares? Just stamp. And I got them pretty much, you know. So that looks really good. So 10 things in January that we did that that I loved, and I just stamped at the bottom there because it looked empty. And then I had this like washi stamp at the bottom, so I grabbed some yellow ink and I just kind of stamped on top of the black just to give it some color. It looks alright. It's not my favorite, but it looks alright. Just gives it a little bit of color. Alright, so the rest of the book, so I've got half the book to go. So the rest of the book I decided to include this challenge, which I'm starting for 2017. It's called Rock Your Handwriting Challenge, and it's off a Facebook group that I joined recently. And I have always loved writing, and I've always, I guess, not perfected, but I've always tried to change my handwriting and make it more fancy and make it more strange and make it more weird depending on mood and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead with this challenge. I'm quite comfortable using different things and writing in front of people. And you know, a lot of people say that they hate their handwriting and they like worry about making mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. Like you see at the top there, I'm like wonky up to the side. So I said, rock my handwriting in 2017 and keep it straight. So it doesn't matter. I don't want to be precious about these things. I just want to do. I want this thing to be done. It'll be so exciting. Alright, so blank page again. So I'm going to do all the... So I didn't like what I did here. I thought I'd do 2 to a page. And I didn't like... I used the wrong pen. And I didn't like it, so I thought, okay, so go through and add just tape along the top to decorate it. And I'm using deco tape here. This stuff is like cheap plastic, and I thought I got a really great eBay deal on washi, and they sent me deco, and that's what you get sometimes. So I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna use it up, and I don't mind. So I went through. I went to find some stickers, and I found these Winnie the Pooh stickers that I bought from KL last year. That I love but have never touched, so I'm just go ahead and putting them through as a prompt for each month, and I think they're great. And I reached the end of the book, and I picked up a word from one of the washis that had really bad English. I don't know if you know, English is when the English doesn't sound very good. So treasures the life, so like treasure your life. And I've always laughed. Every time I see it, I laugh. So I used that quote and put some more Winnie the Pooh. And then I went back to this page in the middle here and just decorated it with some hearts here and there to give it some color. And I'm really happy with how this book turned out.